What is up, Rad Potential YouTube, and welcome to today's video where you are going to learn some radformation about Rx7. So, if this is your first time on the Rad Potential YouTube channel, I want to welcome you guys. We do all sorts of rotary engine builds, car builds. Mainly right now we work on rotaries. I've got a Corvette, plans to build a couple hot rods in the future, so get stoked for that. Here's a quick 2-second tour of the Rad Ranch in the snow. Pickup truck, rotary truck, there's an Rx5 down there. Tons of cool stuff around here. So if you're into that, I'd appreciate if you'd subscribe. You don't have to turn the bell on though, just subscribe. So what are we doing here today? Well, I'm actually going to film 2 videos at once, so go check out the other one too if you need that information. But we are going to disassemble this door, and I'm going to show you guys how to replace your door handle. So, the door handle obviously is on the outside of the door. You can see here, the race car doesn't have door handles in it. And when you look up in here, you can see the yellow tape, which is now all the holes for your door handle, and then your door handle lock cylinder right here, and the door striker catch, or whatever you want to call it there. So, you might ask, why are we disassembling that door? Well, let me hop over all this paint stuff. I need the windows out of it and stuff for the race car crank stuff. So, the reason we're over here now, this is what your door handle looks like out of the car, in addition to the striker assembly. So, your Rx7 door handle, as you can see, is ambidextrous, and what I mean by that is that it can go on the right or left side. So see this little ear here? See how there's also an ear on this side. That little plastic insert is very important. If you don't have that, the door handle rod, which is this one here with the threads on it, that little nub goes through there, will not stay in your door handle unless you like zip tied it or did something like that. So one thing to note too, if you've never messed with doors and door stuff, these little plastic clips right here, in order to remove this rod from that situation there, you have to pop the plastic clip off the rod like that, and then the rod will just come right out. Okay? Notice I can do that with one hand outside the car. Sometimes it's harder in the car. So, typically on these door handles, they will break these ears off, just clean off. It's super thin pot metal. But don't be scared, because if you break your door handle, you might be able to use it on the other side. So save it or sell it. But to get into it here, first things first, door panel off. Boom, movie magic. So with the door panel off, you can now see how all of the door handle stuff works. What I'm going to recommend you do first, you probably won't necessarily need to do this, but I'm just going to disassemble this whole mechanism. So if you need to take this whole piece apart, say you're stripping it for paint, pull this off. You can see the little plastic clip right here. Flip the clip out of the way, and then you'll pull. So that comes out of there. Oh, did I break it? Alright, so that turns now that rod's free. Grab your handy dandy this guy out of the way. Boom. So this whole piece comes out here. Door handle off. Most of the time you probably won't break this piece, but that's how that one comes off. Save your 10 mils. Alright, so down in here, you can see the piece right there with the yellow little clasp on it. That is your door lock cylinder. Okay? The door lock cylinder is held on, much like a brake line's held on. So this little, sorry, my hands are in the way. Let me use a screwdriver. This little clip right here, you pop that up, and the lock cylinder will come out the other side of the door. Okay, for this demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and remove it. Alright, so with the lock cylinder removed, you can now see the door handle mechanism itself here. This is a GSLSE door, late model door, so it would have had a light up lock cylinder. So that's what the wires on that clasp are, and also this little sensor on the door handle itself. I think when you pull the door handle, it turns the light up sensor on, or the light on, and then you know where to put your key to unlock it. So, with that, moving down further, as you can see me moving the door handle up and down, right? See the action happening on both sides there? This is that little plastic clip that you need to remove. Now, when you go to remove the rod from the plastic that's in the door handle, the plastic piece stays on the door handle. Do not try to pry the plastic piece out with the plug metal thing in it. It won't fit. Trust me, you'll break the door handle 100% of the time. So you need to pry between the face of the metal, little nub sticking out, and the plastic piece, and it should go off. I'm only one person. I'll do my best to show you how this comes off. Hopefully we don't break it. Oh, if your door handle's already broken, then this will come right off. Okay. Alright, so I've got it almost all the way out, but I want to show you. See, the plastic piece is still in there, and now the end ball of the rod is halfway. From here, you can pretty much pop it out by hand, just like that. Okay, so now that you have this rod, right here, now that you have that rod out of the way, there's a 10mm bolt here, and a 10mm bolt here. This plate with the sensors and stuff will stay inside the door, and the door handle itself will just come right out. So here's your okay, now that you've got that out, they put like a little glue on this plate to hold it in here. So you kind of got to tap them or wiggle them. So once you get this plate out of the way, just like that, you can now see the door handle is free. And from this side, you can see kind of you just want to rock the whole thing up, and it'll basically just kind of fall out. There it went. Alright, so we got the door handle out without breaking it 100% of the time. Doing good. Got a little damaging on the little plastic guy there. So, putting the door handle back in, if you're just replacing the door handle, put this back in the hole, your new one. Make sure to get the plastic clip from your old door handle and put it on the new door handle. If you've broken the door handle and the plastic clip is stuck on that, or you have a piece of stuff stuck on that door mechanism, I'm going to go ahead right now and pull the whole mechanism out. I would suggest just pulling the whole mechanism out, getting that piece off, then putting it back together. It really is going to take you an extra 10 minutes. It's not that bad of a deal. So the door striker catch, or the assembly here, comes out with these 3 flathead or Phillips head screws. Make sure to I don't think you need to disconnect the lock. Just make it easier to go ahead and pop the lock rod off of that as well. It should take you like 2 seconds. This whole thing will come right out. Voila. So, we're going to come over here and I'm going to show you how this works on the table. But this is basically how to get that all apart. So, when you pull your door handle, it pushes down on this rod, which comes in here, twists this, and opens that up. The short rod is the rod right here. This one is the one that goes to your lock cylinder. As you can see, when you lock the door, i.e. this goes up this way, and you've twisted that, you got your door locked like this. Now the door handle itself is in a bind and cannot open it. When you unlock it, the door handle can work. So that's the quick 1-2 step on how to get your door handle out, how to take your door handle apart. If you enjoyed the informational video, a little quick how-to video, let me know. I'm basically putting together and building an Rx7 from 100% scratch. So comment below if you have any questions, things that are broken on your car that you want me to try to do a video on, and I can try to help you out. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep it rad. You hear the pump make pressure. Probably like 10 pumps. and then it fires right up.